Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nightmare Toys podcast. I am Brian, and with me is
Christy.
And we are on episode 81 today, and we are talking about the TREMORS series.
Yeah, we sure are.
We sure are.
I've binge watched these the past 2 days.
So have I.
That's what I've been doing. It's a fun series.
It is a fun series. It's weird to think that the original one was 1990, and here they are still making them. For a series, I don't even think they planned on it being a series.
Oh, I don't think they probably did either. I mean, things had changed up within each movie.
There's always a new creature.
There's a new creature, yeah. Or they're in a new place. That's what they seem to try to do, is they go to a different place each movie to try to change it up a little bit, to make the scenery look different, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Or it was, who's going to give us the best tax write-offs for the movies?
Or maybe that. But the last one, Shrieker Island's in Thailand.
Yeah, but then...
And that was gorgeous.
6 is supposed to be Canada, but I don't think it was actually filmed in Canada.
But it's supposed to be.
5
was like Africa or something.
And then the main 4, a fictional town here in Nevada.
Right.
So,
yes.
Which I always hoped it was going to be a real town, because I actually wanted to go visit it. And then I found out, oh yeah, no, it's a fake town. Oh.
Yes, it's a fake town. Well, you since you picked TREMORS, start with how you came about watching TREMORS. Now, wait a minute, you were born in what, 80?
I was 85. So I didn't know about TREMORS until TREMORS 2 had gone on the cable stations. So I think it was like Stars when it first came on, like after the video release and everything. And I watched it. I'm like, oh, this is really fun. So then I went and rented the first one. I'm like, oh, this is even fun too. So
that's just how it came about.
Yeah, that's how it came about. Like, there's no, I stumbled upon it by mistake. But no, I knew what it was.
So for me, in 1990 when this came out, I was 11, 12 years old. And mind you, again, I've said this several times, I've always been a big slasher fan. And I knew some of the actors in TREMORS from other things. Of course, Family Ties. I watched that religiously. It had just ended, and this was something new for Michael Gross to do. And I remember all the talk about this movie. Okay. And the talk about Michael Gross moving on. This was also a first movie for Reba McEntire. I remember that, happening and people talking about that. And then the actress that played Mrs. Beadle in Little House on the Prairie, she's in TREMORS. But I was all about Little House on the Prairie. So what I'm getting at is this. When it came out, I hated it. I hated it. I couldn't stand Michael Gross being in it because he just seemed so silly and weird in it, and I'm just used to him being the dad on Family Ties. The comedic part in Family Ties was more Michael J. Fox, not Michael Gross. So for me watching that movie, I was just like, what? I didn't like him being silly. I hated a country music star, which I hated country music to be in a horror movie. I was like, why the hell is Reba McEntire doing this? But mind you, I like all of this now. Before everybody's like, what? So I hated that being a kid. And I didn't like Miss Beadle. I was like, that's Miss Beadle in Little House on the Prairie. Oh.
Ooh.
Anyway, so I was like, okay, well, that's Miss Beadle from Little House on the Prairie. I don't like her in this. They're all playing these silly roles, and I hated it. I hated everybody in it. I hated the movie. I thought it was just all silly. That's how I felt back then. Now, now that I've grown to love the TREMORS movies as I became an adult, I love it now. I also thought, like, it was kind of weird Kevin Bacon being in it, too, because I was used to his other movies, too. Footloose is kind of what in Friday the 13th, but more Footloose is what I had associated him with. And I know that he was worried about doing this movie because he thought it was just going to kill his career, but obviously it didn't kill Kevin Bacon's career. But so yeah, I had all those problems with it back then when I was a kid. I just didn't like it whatsoever. So I did not watch any of the other movies that came out. I just never paid attention to any of them until I became an adult. It's been a few years now that I do like the series. And I love Tremors now. Now I appreciate it for what it is. The practical effects are amazing because as the movies go on, you get a little more CGI.
More CGI.
It's not as great to me with the CGI as it is with the practical effects you get in the very first movie. And I love Fred Ward. Back then, I didn't know who he was, but I love him. And I love Kevin Bacon in this now. I love Michael Gross in this now. I love Reba McEntire in this now. I love everybody in this now. I've grown to love all of that. And I just think that Tremors is a very well done creature feature.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really is. Again, with the practical effects that they did was just freaking amazing what they did with this movie. And it doesn't get talked about enough. So I'm glad that we're sitting here talking about the Tremors movies. But that's my experience, at least with the first movie. I hated it in 1990 when I was a kid, but I love it now. And I like all of them. Having watched all of them now in a row, that was fun to do.
Yeah, they're fun watches.
Even if
the middle ones, not so much.
Right, but that's what I was about to say. Even if you don't like the middle ones, it's still fun to watch all of them in a row, though. As, it's not like you're just going to go, oh, hey, I want to watch Blood Part 5 today. Usually if you want to watch a Tremors movie, you're going to watch Tremors 1 or 2 or something. And those are the ones that are played on TV a lot. Actually, this past weekend on Sundance, you could have caught Tremors 1 and 2. They were playing it on TV all weekend. And then they would play Lost Boys. And then they go back and play the Tremors 1 and 2. It was really weird. It was like Tremors 1 and 2 and Lost Boys all weekend. But yeah, it was fun to watch them, all of them as a whole, and have a little binge watch. 2 is great. Of course, you get Fred Ward coming back. And I know a lot of people like 2.
Yeah.
But 3, I think, is fantastic because they actually go back to the town and you get most of the cast. And I don't think a lot of people realize that because
it was most of the town
was
still there. That survived.
Right. Because when I posted about this, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I like 1 and 2, but anything after that," and I'm like, "Well, try 3," because again, most of the cast comes back. Of course, you're not getting Chang. Of course.
Good old Victor Wong.
And no Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon don't come back for it, but everybody else is back.
Yeah, I think Fred had tapped out after 2.
Yeah, obviously.
Which is for me,
that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's with 2. That's the one I remember most finally because it was the first one I saw. So I always loved them playing around with the remote control cars with the dynamite on them. I thought everything about the movie was just so fun. Even the designs of the Shriekers.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what Bert calls the sniper rifle, but it's it's like a tank.
Yeah,
in the form of a sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm.
To where shooting solid piercing bullets and it just ricochets through 5 buildings and
that's really cool.
You're like, okay, that's really cool. It's not plausible, but it's really cool.
And I'm so bad with names. The actor that is playing with him in Part 2, he did a great job.
Yeah, he did. He was fun. He was a good comedic sidekick.
I think so too, and I like the guy in Part 3 as well. I like all the actor in all 3 of those. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I had saw the second one, went back to the first one because I saw Kevin Bacon, who I knew from Friday the 13th and Footloose. I think Apollo 13 was around then. I'm not positive.
I think that was after.
Was it after?
I think so. Isn't it? I think.
But I knew of Kevin Bacon. I knew Victor Wong from
the
Three Ninjas movies.
Right.
So growing up as a kid. Because his grandpa,
Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China. So, I knew most of the cast. So I'm like, okay. So, and then the third one came out as a straight to video as well. So I remember like seeing that in the stores at Blockbuster at the time. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta rent it.
See, I avoided them.
So I rented it, and then I think I had fun with that one too, just because they created a new creature for it called an ass blaster, which essentially it's the shrieker that flies by farting. Which,
right?
I mean, whoever came up with that is.
That came out in part 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2, you get shriekers. 3, you get ass blasters, and then all the rest of them, you just get all of it.
Yeah, the rest of the movies, all of them are there.
Yeah, I thought that was fun, and they fly.
So, part 4, I kind of had issues with because it's labeled as a sequel, but in reality, it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
To where it takes place in 1889 in Nevada. The town is called Rejection, which doesn't really help its case. But it's like set during the gold mining or silver mining, everything like that's what the town is. And I guess Chang's family has been there the entire time, which they never even bring up.
Yeah, I didn't think they did. I got a little, And
then you get to 5 where Jamie Kennedy comes in as Bert's son, which they never mention in any of the other movies. Although I guess he didn't know, right? So it was kind of like a surprise. But then somehow Jamie kind of worked with being the kid for 5 and 6. He's not really in 7.
He's not in 7 at all.
I think his voice comes up, but that's about it.
There's nothing.
No,
he's in jail.
Or he's in jail.
He's in jail for drugs.
Because they mention him, they just don't.
Yeah, because his ex-wife, the mom,
yeah,
is in Shrieker Island. So that's who the main lady is. In Shrieker Island is the mom. I don't know if they were ever married. They just had this kid. I don't know. But she tells Michael Grove, she tells Bert, yeah, our son is in jail for acid or something, I think it was. Which
is not too far off.
There you
go. But so like 4 and 5 for me are kind of like the lower ends of the franchise.
I agree.
I love 6 because it completely takes in a new direction to where it's a colder climate, being in the mountains of Canada. So you get the snow and everything. And then 7, it's like a safari hunt.
Yeah, they're in Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you get Richard Brake, who
is amazing. Like,
I
love part 7, and that's another one too. I can say 4, 5, and 6 for me are a little bland. I know you said you like 6, but I understand why you like 6, though. I do like it being in the snow. That is kind of cool. It's different, so that is interesting. But part 7, I think if people are missing out on that one, it's great. It's a bigger budget, obviously. Yeah. Bigger budget movie than all the rest of these, obviously. So that's fantastic. That just makes it a little better. What's his name? John Heaton? The other actor. Is that his name?
John Heater.
Heater, yes.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, him. I love him. I think he was great acting with Michael Gross, being like his sidekick in this one. Just the scenery of it being in Thailand was fantastic. And I don't know. I just love it. I love that one. And I wish maybe some of the other movies did have maybe a little bit bigger budget. Maybe then it would have been executed a little better. But for me, 1, 2, 3, and Shrieker Island this way, excuse me, are the better ones for myself.
Yeah, it seemed like Shrieker Island went more back to like the heavy action sequences.
Very heavy action, and then of course you get the ending with Bert, which is sad.
Which was sad.
It is sad, and I love that. I love that they gave him that. That's how he goes. So it's fitting for the whole series because Michael Gross ended up making these movies his bitch.
Yeah. Like he was the series.
He really was, and I had read and heard that whenever they did have like an anniversary party or whatever, Michael Gross is the only actor to ever come to these parties about Tremors. None of the other actors participates, which is sad.
I'm wondering if they're actually... Well, Kevin's probably busy filming stuff. Because like with Kevin, he wants to come back and do more Tremors stuff. He said that of all of his characters, that's the one he wants to see, what's he up to nowadays.
Right.
And they did have a pilot series filmed for Sci-Fi Channel USA, kind of like how they do with Chucky, to where they were going to air on both. And for whatever reason, Universal said, yeah, it's just going to be too much money. We're not going to do it.
So now I haven't watched the other series. You have the other series.
So yeah, so
right
this
here.
this
So
was the
that I have not watched.
Yeah, so this was the TV show they had done 2003, I think. It was right before part 3 Tremors 3 had come out on video. So it's around that timeline. And it has Bert in it, and they're still in perfection, and it didn't last very long on TV. Like I said, I think it's a 13 episode series, and they only did, I think, half the episodes on TV.
Oh, okay.
And then it was canceled, and I think they just went back to doing the movie route. So, and that's why it was a shame, because I think had they actually aired the Kevin Bacon pilot, I think it would have generated more buzz with it, because he's a bigger name,
right? Of course,
and whatnot. Because a lot of these actors they're realizing, oh, hey, we make more money on TV now than we do movies. So it would have been nice to see Val back in some way, shape, or form.
I agree,
because he had the same look and everything. Because you could see the photos online. He had the hat and everything. He just had an older, rundown look.
Right.
So I think it would have been intriguing to see how that would have played out.
Well, maybe one day we might get that later on. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I don't know what Universal plans on doing. Like they had a theatrical reboot they were going to do. That got canceled. Obviously, with the end of Shrieker Island, who knows how it's going to go down now.
Well, that was going to be my next question.
I don't know if they're just going to hand it over to Jamie and let him do the franchise, or they're just going to
but he wasn't in part 7, so maybe he didn't want to do it anymore.
It could have been a money dispute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but
so I mean, I don't know, because I feel like they should continue it one way or another, whether it be a TV show, whether it be a movie. Like, they have all these outlets for like, they have their own streaming service. Like, utilize it. Utilize these properties that you have.
Yeah, I think though it needs a good budget though to really
it definitely needs a good budget. I would like to see it go back to the practical effects.
Exactly, I was just about to say the same thing.
Obviously, with some of the creatures, it's a lot harder to do now.
Yeah.
Especially because they do keep evolving. Like, if you notice from the start of the series to even I think Tremors 5, like the designs of the graboids change drastically.
Yeah, they change drastically. Yeah, they sure do. And then in Shrieker Island, you get the Queen, which is massive. This massive graboid.
And then I would like to learn more about the backstory. Like, they still don't explain where they come from. They don't explain how they're able to get through the water, because like they're on all these different continents, but like how?
Well, true.
So
I know, and part 4 was supposed to be a prequel to that, but they don't explain. And I think they only show like babies and stuff. They didn't really show major.
There is a scene where the graboid actually comes up, so it had like the original look to it, but it didn't have like a lot of the snake mouths,
right?
Like the snake tongues, that came out in the original movie. That wasn't quite there, but a lot of it was kind of like, it was like they're using puppets, but it wasn't fully thought out.
Yeah. Well, I do believe that you lose the magic of these movies, though, if you completely CGI everything, though. I don't know. That's just the day and age that we're in, though. CGI.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
But I mean, it looks so much better in part 1 back in 1990.
Yeah. But also, I mean, nowadays in their minds, CGI is going to be a lot cheaper than building a full animatronic, and
right.
Then you got to build multiple of them,
but then the movie's not as good. Yeah. That's just my opinion. I don't want to see a whole Tremors movie and everything's CGI'd. Then it's just like, I don't know. But I like it every time it like becomes a thing, like whenever one blows up and explodes, and then and it's just raining guts, and it's all these orange guts and orange goo, and I love it. And everybody's just like, oh yeah, and it just kind of becomes a thing as the movies go on. To make them explode and just enjoy the raining of guts.
And with the first few movies, it's always, all right, let's see who can get the most explosives out of it.
Right. I like the orange guts though. That's pretty cool. The blood. Well, I guess it's blood. Orange blood. And then one of them they had. God, I can't remember which one it was now. Was it Shrieker Island? No, it was before that. One of them they had the blood and then it like caught on fire. The liquid that was coming out of the goo that was coming out of them. Yeah, because remember like there was like dark goo and this light goo and they came together and then it like caught on fire.
So maybe it was 3 because that would have been when the acid
blasters. Maybe that was 3 then. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know. It's all been very creative though with the graboids though. But Tremors, I think, is a classic creature feature. You can't go wrong. It's comedy. It's action.
Horror.
Yeah, it's all of that.
And the fact that
and a good cast.
All of them are PG-13.
Yeah, one of them was PG.
One of them was.
Yeah, one was PG. When I was putting it in, I was like, oh, this one's PG.
Oh. Maybe 3?
Let's see, it says PG-13 on the back of these. But
yeah, number 3 was PG.
Was that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good. The series is, I would say, is a good gateway horror. Like if you're not into full-on blood and gore, but still want something fun, like something the most gore you're going to get is the, graboids exploding.
Right. Right. That's fun for all ages, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing in these movies kids can't see.
Yeah, no.
At all. I also like in part 3, the like she has the souvenir shop. It's Chang's. Is it his daughter or granddaughter? Granddaughter that has the store, and then all the souvenirs and the comic books, and then they.
Yeah, but you gotta keep up in today's marketing,
right? And you can take pictures with a graboid, and I was like, well, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that was Chang's doing with the original film.
Yep, I love that. So I think everybody who says I only like 1 and 2, go try 3 if you haven't, because it goes back. And Shrieker Island it's a bigger budget movie, so I think it's excellent. And then you have Richard Brake, so
yeah. So I know
it's a good cast too.
Everything except Shrieker Island is on Tubi because I had them playing in the store for the past 2 days.
There you go. So go tune on
but
some
then
Tubi.
I think Shrieker Island's on Netflix still.
Okay.
So
it's somewhere, I'm sure.
It's somewhere on there.
Or you can buy all the movies on Amazon.
Yep. That's true. A giant box set, which.
Right. There's that. Or I think we have Tremors here in the store too.
So I have the 4K version from Arrow. We carry just the standard Blu-ray.
The standard Blu-ray Tremors, but we do have that in the store.
And I would have to say the 4K transfer was amazing on it.
Oh, say I don't have that. This is mine and those are his.
Yeah. we come prepared.
Yeah, we came prepared. I mean, you are seeing every single movie here. That's funny. I like how you had the different ones and then I have all the separate Blu-rays. Well, I guess that just concludes our talk about Tremors, I suppose.
Go watch them. They're fun.
Yes, I think so. What would you give Tremors? Let's say the first one. Just
the first one I'm giving a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm going with 8. But yep, right on up there. Now, if you would have asked me at age 12, I would have told you to go away. Because I hated it then. Isn't that funny though? How when we were kids, like I don't know if there's movies that you hated when you were a kid but you like now. I mean, there's tons of horror movies that I didn't like when I was a kid, but I love them now.
Well, it's like that joke in Back to the Future, right? The Michael J. Fox does after playing Johnny Be Good. It's like, you may hate it now, but your kids are going
to love it. Yeah. Right? All right. Well, what do we got going on next?
All right. Let's show off the new merch that we got in.
Okay.
So I guess we'll start on your side.
Okay.
So we had gotten in some new wallets in stock, all Universal Monsters, which
kind of Price is Right at the nails.
The nails. So we have the Frankenstein wallet from Trick or Treat Studio, which matches the purse that they have for Frankenstein. Mm-hmm. So, you could kind of have a him and hers style going on. So it's very fancy. Yeah. And then the other two are from Rock Rebel. So we've had the creature from the Black Lagoon one before. We just got back in stock. But then the Frankenstein and bolts are new for us.
Those are really nice wallets.
Yeah, so the really nice wallets. I figure, hey, Father's Day is this Sunday.
Yes.
So, if you're still looking for like that last minute gift, you're celebrating late, these are really, really nice items, and they're pretty reasonably priced.
Yep. What are these?
So I think they range 25 to 26 on them. So
there's that. And we had an H3 wallet. We got the pre-orders out for that.
The pre-orders are out, so we do have more coming in. I put in our order in for them.
Ooh.
So we'll get those back in.
Okay. Yes, we're using Post-it notes as like a thing.
As a stand-up.
I couldn't find a clear one.
I think it's packed away somewhere.
But yeah, those are really cool. I like those.
So those are real cool. And then we finally got in the NECA Freddy gloves. Finally. Seems like forever since we've had these.
Yeah,
at least over a year.
It's probably been longer than that since I've had those.
So we have a lot of the original 1984 gloves, and then we have a few left of the Dream Warrior gloves.
Awesome.
So I know Robert England's got a few conventions still left this year. So it's a really nice item to get. It's $90 for the gloves. So you could take the glove out, get it signed, put it back in. It does come with a little hand stand, which I think makes it even better out of the box.
Right.
Because I'm always an advocate for, taking stuff out of the box.
Yeah, me too. I'm both. It just depends on what it is. I
guess it depends on what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, that needs to be out of the box.
Yeah, so these are on the website. They're here in the store. The Part 3 Dream Warriors, there's not a whole lot left. So, but we got plenty of.
So everybody's getting up the Part 3 one and not Part 1. Isn't that interesting?
Which, I don't know. Everyone loves the Dream Warriors.
I know when I had the masks, the Part 4 mask was always the more favorite.
Yeah, so and we're going to get more masks. They're just back ordered until July, August time.
Oh, they have them on back order.
Yeah, which it seems like right now a lot of stuff is on back order again.
But we have ordered some other Nightmare on Elm Street stuff from NECA that we're waiting on.
All the figures and plushies and
yeah.
I think I literally ordered whatever I could.
Yeah. So it's just a waiting game on all these other companies to do their job.
And then literally came in as we're filming.
Yeah.
And this is why I said ooh for the Phantom of the Opera.
Yay!
I mean, how cool is this?
Cool.
Like first time looking at it. So it is the color version of the Phantom of the Opera.
Nice.
There we go. So all of these will be on the website and in store. So
we don't have any pre-orders, right?
No pre-orders on these.
Okay.
So it's literally first come, first serve.
Let me see.
So
guess who's going to take one home?
Me.
And me.
I like it. It has the different heads and the mask, and it looks like he has a cane.
Is there a bag in there for the accessories? Is that what that is? That little bag? I don't think they've ever included a little plastic bag before.
Is there a little bag in there?
Yeah, looking behind him, there's like a whole plastic bag behind him. You see it?
Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
This is what they need to do. They need to include stands. Because I'm going to go ahead and say it. I have a hard time standing NECA figures. A lot of the times one leg is longer than the other, and I have the worst freaking time with them.
Yeah, I was at the Bride of Frankenstein was really hard to stand up.
I couldn't stand her up.
Because she was very lopsided.
Yep, you are correct. I couldn't. I had to lean her up against something, and I've had to do that with several. The 8-inch Michael Myers clothes, one of those, he just keeps falling. He just won't stay. It drives me insane. So I wish they would add a stand to these or something.
Yeah, because like I know with the 12-inch figures for Trick or Treat Studios, you could buy stands separately through them. Mm-hmm. Like they have it for the Halloween figures and the Art the Clown figure. So it would be nice if.
But I can stand their figures.
Well, yeah, so. But it'd be nice if NECA gave us a stand of some kind.
Stop making the legs.
The cylinders don't work either. So like they had the acrylic cylinders at one point for their Toonie Terrors and other figures. Those don't really work. I did try. Reaction had like flat stands for their figures. Some of those did fit them, but it doesn't really work out that well either.
Yay! So just keep it in the box.
Yeah, just literally keep it in the box.
Or keep it in the box.
Or lean it up against something.
That's just what I always end up doing. Half of my neck, and then like my Elvira, I can't stand her. She won't stand, and we have one sitting right over here, and she's sitting down. I cannot stand her for crap.
I got mine to stand.
Did you?
I did.
I can't get her to stand,
and I haven't touched it since.
So mine's sitting down.
So I'm one of those people that take everything out of the boxes. So I'll like have them spined on the bookcase, and I'll have like the figure leaning against.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, so the only thing that sucks is all the accessories, because then you're like, well, I can't really do much now.
Nope, I just leave them in the box and put the box in a container, and there you go.
Yeah, so unless you want to get like fancy and do like dioramas or something like that, which a lot of people have been doing.
Yeah.
I know with all my Jason figures, I just have them on floating shelves and have them displayed that way.
Yeah, you know, none of my Jason figures are out of the box. Actually,
it's because they couldn't fit anywhere.
Well, maybe, but yeah, no, I haven't taken them all out. I don't know.
I was like, I don't know how you're taking this one home.
Huh?
I don't know where you're gonna put this one.
Oh, I have room for Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, you got room for that?
Yes. I do.
I don't know. Yeah, your place is running out of room.
Yes, it is. But I know where he'll go. It's so funny. Oh man. Okay. What else we got going on? We got the a Father's Day sale, which is Sunday, and we're carrying it into Monday too.
Okay, so we're gonna do it on Sunday and Monday.
That's what I was told.
Okay.
We're going to do Sunday and Monday.
I need to adjust.
So something's going on Monday.
Oh, it's June 13th or June 19th or something like that.
Yeah.
Some weird holiday, which is apparently only here in Vegas.
Right. And they celebrate it.
Why do states have like their own holidays?
I don't know.
Like I don't get it. Like Ohio had a Sweetest Day, which was like a second Valentine's Day, which for me Valentine's Day is just garbage anyways. So, but I mean, like why do you need a second day like that?
I don't know.
And then it was always like the second Thursday or something in October. So I'm like, so you can't wait like a couple weeks for Halloween and just take the candy from the kids? I mean,
I don't know. I'm not sure, but we're going to go ahead and celebrate.
We're celebrating June 19th.
Yeah, because that's what they do here. So we'll have our sale Sunday and Monday.
So I have to adjust the thing then.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. And then we'll have another 24-hour sale for 4th of July as well. But the store will be closed for 4th of July. So don't try to come here on 4th of July because we will be closed. So is the restaurant. That's on a random Tuesday, so we're just going to close down.
We're going to party.
Yeah. My daughter will be here, and so we're just going to relax at home and swim and do whatever. Hopefully, I can get her on my live show or on the podcast that week that she is here. I've asked her, but she hasn't given me an answer.
We'll make it happen.
I was going to have her choose the movie that we can do if she wanted to do it. So we shall see if she'll do the podcast within the next few weeks. That would be, July 4th week. So, but next week we're going to have Joseph.
Good guy.
Yes, we're going to have Joseph, one of our employees. He's going to be on, so we can introduce Joseph to y'all. And we are going to do like all the Friday 13th movies.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting so long for this.
That's what Joseph said he wanted to do. So we're just going to talk about all of them, like one all the way to Freddy versus Jason remake.
Yep.
All of them. So we'll just have a big discussion on that next week, the three of us. And then the following week, we're going to introduce our other new employee, Nikki. I don't know what movie we'll do that week yet or anything, but that week we'll have her on so we can introduce her. And then that following week, hopefully my daughter will do it. So we'll have some other people on besides it just being me and Brian.
Yep.
What else we got going on?
Working on signings for the store here.
Yeah, we're working on that. I would like to have one for August.
Yep.
We're not going to have one for July, though.
Which probably for the best.
Yeah, we got too much going on in July.
Yeah.
Like my daughter will be here, and then we've got Midsummer Scream that's going to be happening. So we don't have nothing going on in August. So I figured if we can get something like a signing in August, that would be cool, or September.
Yeah. And our friend Tom Devlin and his crew have the signing July 1st with Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton. So we're definitely going to be there to support them with that.
Yep.
So, it's good that, we kind of alternate.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, and if you haven't been to Tom Devlin's Monster Museum, it's always fun.
Yeah.
It's like a giant wax museum.
It's
not a wax museum, but it's a lot of statues of the horror
that he's made,
slashers, stuff that he's made for movies. A lot of the full moon stuff that he's done. So it's always fun going in there and seeing all the new stuff.
Yeah, it's great. He has signings. I have signings. We always have opposite people. So that's great for horror fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all gonna go see Danielle and Scout, and I think they're doing the podcast there too at Tom's.
Yeah, they're doing a live episode of Talk Scary to Me there. So
really
I think
cool.
Tickets were about sold out of that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So if you haven't, I think their link is in their bio for it.
It should be.
Yeah.
Just go follow Tom Devlin's Monster Museum on Facebook, Instagram, and all that fun stuff. What time was it? I can't remember what time they were doing.
I think the signing was 12
Usually he does it like
12 to 5, I think. And then the podcast was at 6.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. So that's pretty cool. So that's going on July 1st.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm about to catch all these horror movies coming out.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind watching The Blackening. That looks really funny.
What's that? I'm going tonight.
Are you going tonight?
We're going tonight. So
he's going tonight. I am not.
I'm going tonight.
We talked about the movie experiences last week.
Oh no! It looks like it's going to be something different. It looks funnier. Well, it looks funny. It looks smart.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're going to, make fun of the tropes that we're all used to, and I'm just gonna try to have a good time with it.
Yeah. Do it.
It's in a small theater, which I expected. So.
Who's going to be the first to die?
Well, if you saw the trailer, then you might know.
And we will cover for sure
Insidious.
the new Insidious movie that's coming out. We're going to cover that for sure here on the podcast.
Yeah, and then I would like to cover The Last Voyage of Demeter.
Okay.
Because I think that's August.
Okay.
Along with the Meg, which
yes,
it's a shame they missed the Meg with Shark Week. I'm just saying.
Do you know that I was looking up movies, movie releases, and I thought the same thing about the Meg 2. I was like, why didn't they?
Honestly, they're smart for doing it because, like, when the first one came around, they thought it was going to be a flop. No one was going to go see it, and it ended up being one of the highest grossing movies of the year. So I think the second one will, do the same thing because it's away from a big portion of the summer blockbusters to where it's right before kids go to school, and I think it's going to do. I'm hoping it does as well as the first one, but I don't know if it'll do as well. But I still think it's going to be fun. It looks very fun.
Well, we'll see.
And everyone knows I love my shark movies.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
I seen another movie called Cobweb. Do you know anything about that one?
I read about it, but I never saw anything for it.
Okay, yeah. I just kind of seen that listed, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen anybody talk about that or anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what was the other one? What is the other one? Talk to Me or...
So,
that?
So Talk to Me, it kind of looks like it's this year's Smile.
That's
You
what I
remember
was thinking.
Smile from last year?
Yeah, right.
It looks like it's going to be the same thing.
Is it something about a hand?
Yeah, so essentially it's the monkey's paw.
Okay.
Like they essentially took the monkey's paw and they're kind of mimicking what Smile did, and then if you know the monkey's paw, you get 3 wishes, and every wish you make, something disastrous happens.
Right.
In effect. So.
Okay. Well, give it a try.
I'll watch it. It's probably gonna be trash, but I'll still watch it.
God dang.
I'm sorry. Most of the movies this year have
positive, Brian.
Most of the movies this year have been trash. Still for me, Evil Dead Rises has been the best one this year.
And I still have yet to watch it. I'm just gonna buy it because that's what I did with Renfield. I was like, forget it. I'm just buying it. I was in Walmart and it was right there, and I was like, I'm buying it and I'll watch it. And I ended up really liking it, so I'll just end up buying Evil Dead and then I'll just watch it like that because I'll have to buy it anyway to be a completionist. So
yeah, I have to buy that, and then I have to buy Scream 6 still.
Have I bought that? I don't think I bought it.
It's not out yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was about to say, have I bought that?
It's on Paramount Plus, and it's on streaming services to where you can rent or buy it.
Oh, okay.
Digitally, but I still need that physical copy.
Yeah.
For the rest of them.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Yeah, I need to get that too.
Although I'm still waiting on my popcorn bucket and Ghostface cups from Cinemark. Bastards.
Good luck with that.
No. Well, I guess the cups are starting to be shipped out. I just saw someone on Instagram open theirs up.
Oh.
So maybe I'll get lucky and mine will be there when I get home.
See? It could be. That happened with the Stevie Wayne figures. I got my Stevie Wayne, the Fog figure from Shop Battery, and I haven't got anything. Oh, my God. And he gets home, and it's right there.
I never got a notice about it.
But I didn't either. I didn't get any shipping notice. It just showed up.
Because if you go into their site, they are now Shopify.
Oh.
So their whole original site is completely gone.
Oh.
So it still looks the same, but now everything is done through Shopify.
So
any orders that we had, there's no way for us to track it.
Yeah. I just keep my emails when I order stuff, just so I remember that I ordered something and then I hadn't gotten it yet.
Yeah. I thought I had the email. Apparently I didn't. But
yeah, I didn't get any email at all, and it just showed up. But okay, that works for me. Let me tell you this though. Philip had ordered 2, because later on we'll use them later on. He ordered 2, and you should have seen how they came.
Yeah, you told me it was a giant box?
And how they were not damaged, I have no clue. But they didn't bubble wrap them. They didn't do anything. They literally took the 2 and put it in this box that was literally this big. And you can hear them in there moving. Huh. And he opens it up. And there's nothing protecting, nothing going on, and I cannot believe that they didn't get damaged.
See, that's weird because I got mine and it had like industrial sized bubble wrap on it.
Oh, mine didn't have any bubble wrap.
Mine, the box it came in, like, you have like your normal clothed figure shaped box, and it was like 3 wraps of industrial size bubble wrap in the box.
See, they must have several different people like shipping, because I didn't have bubble wrap, but yet mine was in a normal size box that it should be in, but mine didn't get damaged though either, thank God. But mine wasn't bubble wrap, but so yours is. This one, I mean, it's just crazy how they ship stuff. And then I seen Instagram friend of mine. I don't know if his was bubble wrapped. I don't know what kind of box his was in, but his entire corner of his box was just smashed in bad. And I was just like, oh God, no. So I don't know what these companies are thinking with not using bubble wrap, sticking price tags in front of things. What the heck, y'all?
I don't know, but I noticed that Shout Factory has moved away from the figures. If you notice that, like,
that's because NECA was making them.
Well, yeah, but like now, I think it's also cheaper now to where they just give you the posters and button sets.
Well, they were doing the pin sets before though too.
Yeah,
with all of that.
But like nothing has like figures anymore. So like you have the new the new Chucky bundle or whatever that they're doing.
Right.
Like it's
why would it come with a figure? They already
because
the last bundle
because they could have had another figure in it. They could have done a figure for Tiffany.
Well, yeah, but maybe there's a reason why they couldn't do that though.
Probably because they got sick and tired of waiting on NECA like everyone else. Yeah, I threw it out there.
I'm glad you did.
I threw it out there. I'm sick and tired of waiting on my stuff.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
I'd be out there is like, ooh.
I'll throw down the hammer. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm over it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I like the pin set. Those come from Gutter Garbs.
Gutter Garbs.
I believe the pin sets are gorgeous. But yeah, the figures take too long because we'll get the whole entire. Everything else, the posters, like, the movies, and we had the movie for the figure.
Yeah, we had the movie and poster in November. We're now just getting the figure. Like, there's no reason for that. Like, if you can't ship everything at once, you shouldn't be doing it.
Right, but I don't know. I don't know what their way of thinking is. I know my way of thinking. If people's wanting their stuff and I don't have the figure, then yeah, I'll go ahead and send out the rest of the stuff to everybody so everybody can chill. So maybe that's. They just wanted to send it out. It's not their fault.
Well, no, I'm not blaming.
It's not Shout Factory.
I'm not blaming Shout at all.
No, it's the other person's fault for taking forever. If they stopped making Ninja Turtle things, maybe we'd get some of this. Oh, I said it.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want that new turtle set, but not for $150.
Hey, it's cool.
I mean,
but there's so freaking much Ninja Turtle stuff. How much more can we make? These movies were in the 90s.
Yeah, but they've never made a Ninja Turtles 3 set in the samurai costumes.
Okay, well now they have.
I know, but it's $150 that I don't have. I'll sell feet pics. I don't care.
It's my answer to everything. Get an OnlyFans. Sell feet pics.
For Brian OnlyFans right now.
Jeez, make sure you polish your toes.
Yep.
Jesus gosh, that's funny. Ooh. All right. I think we're done.
We're done.
We're done bitching. I think everybody gets the point.
So yeah. Bye.
And it's NECA products.
Wallets. Good Father's Day gifts. If you haven't gotten your Father's Day gift already, if you haven't, shame on you.
Yes, they are. Father's Day sale too, Sunday and Monday. It'll be in the store too, the sale as well. So if you're here in Vegas, when I come in the store, we'll have the sale going on. And you can watch all the Tremors movies on Tubi pretty much, except for Shrieker Island, or buy them all on Amazon. Or if you just want the Tremors, want the first one, we have Tremors as well, Blu-ray. Just look at Tremors on our website, nightmaretoys.com. So we carry that as well. And that's really about it. So I guess we will see y'all next week. And next week, like I said, we will be having one of our new employees, Joseph, with us. And we will be talking about all Friday the 13th movies. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.